Good evening. My name is Callie Reed, and if I haven't met you before, I am the Executive Director here at Living Hope Montessori School. Typically, I will not be sending out video messages to our families. However, we have been made aware in the last few hours of a shift that we are being required to make in our school calendar, and I needed a way to get this information to our families as quickly as possible. In doing so, I think it's important, to give you a little bit of context for this shift, and greatly appreciate your grace and patience. So if you were in on some of our vision and school planning meetings at the end of the school year last year, you are aware that we are very close to hitting the benchmarks for accreditation in our state. Accreditation is a lengthy process for Montessori schools in our state because of the rigorous educational standards and the training required for teachers in Montessori schools. So it's a very exciting moment for us to be where all of our benchmarks have been hit, and we are a couple of pieces of paper away from applying for accreditation officially. Accreditation for us means open doors for potential funding for tuition for families. It means funding for grants that we can apply for. There's so many open doors that come with hitting the highest educational standard in our state. So that's great news. We began working, as you may know, with an architect at the end of the year last year to make sure that we were getting in a place where our building was up to snuff per se, and so that because we knew a new document that we needed for our accreditation process was an updated fire marshal report. We began that at the end of the year, as I mentioned, and we expected an inspection at some point. We were hoping in the early summer, but actually we weren't able to get that inspection until just a few weeks ago. The inspection went very well. It was actually very favorable. There were only a few things that the fire marshal suggested that we change to our building, which is quite different from what we were told previously. So huge blessing in that regard. However, one of the changes that the fire marshal wants us to make is for us to have a new fire alarm system, which will cost our school about $35,000 just for the system. So that's still significantly less than we thought some of these other changes would cost, and thankfully those aren't going to need to take place. So the fire alarm system is something that we've had to sign paperwork agreeing that we are going to put into our building. So since that inspection, my communication has been, especially over this last 2 weeks, on about a daily level with the architect, who is communicating with the state and the fire marshal about making sure that everything's on go for us to begin on Thursday. I have been assured by all of these authorities that everything would be in place. They just needed a document from the state confirming where we were placing this new fire alarm system. And today, we were unable to get in contact with the individual who's been working on those plans because apparently they've had to take the week off. And so I'm not real sure about the logistics behind all of that. I just knew at noon today we needed to make a shift if we had not received this document that we need by 5 o'clock, because it's not fair to our families to wait until tomorrow. Even if this document comes in tomorrow, I would feel better letting you guys know. So although I have been assured that it would be here, we did not receive the document, the document from the state that we needed. This is not a matter of a problem with our building. It's a matter of the right person being there to stamp the document. And because of that, we have made the decision as a school board to delay the start of school by 1 week. So our new school start date will be Thursday, August 15th, which is actually more in line with when we typically begin school. What this means is we will run one extra week at the end of the school year. We were getting out early this year. We will get out about mid-May now. So all returning students begin on Thursday, August the 15th, and all new students in early childhood will begin on Tuesday, August the 20th. I'm terribly sorry to have to make this shift. Just could not keep you guys hanging, and needed to go ahead and make a decision while we wait on this simple piece of paper to be able to to move forward. We will be, however, continuing on with our teacher meet and greet tomorrow evening, Wednesday, August the 7th. From 5:30 to 6:30. So you can come and drop off supplies. You can meet your children's teachers, and then we will have a meeting in here in the activity room at 6 p.m. to go over some new changes in our handbook, and also to discuss a little bit of what I'm telling you right now. I greatly appreciate your patience and your grace. When I tell you that we have spent the last 3 weeks on our face and praying for everything to be in place, and really just working tirelessly to make sure that we are able to move forward with complete excellence. That's definitely what's been going on with the administration, and even the staff has been here day after day preparing the school for your return. So thank you for your grace with us with having to make this shift. We would greatly appreciate your prayer that the state will quickly respond. We were told by the architect that we should delay for 1 week, and there's no reason why we need longer than that. So we are going to trust that to be officially the news. And we're believing that we will have this document in hand, and we will be able to apply for accreditation by the deadline, which is in October, which will be an incredible blessing to our families here at Living Hope Montessori, to our community, and will enlarge our footprint and our ability to impact more children, where they can enter an environment where they will thrive. Thank you so much for your grace with us at this time, and we will see you tomorrow at the teacher meet and greet. God bless.